The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Namaskar, this is Dada Ranjitananda, and we are continuing our Astaunga Yoga course. Today is the class number 7. As usual, you can ask questions by typing them in your control panel.
Maybe you should do the asking.
So now, just a little bit of review from last time. We already went through 2 parts of Astaunga Yoga. Astaunga Yoga has 8 parts, so we finished 2 of them. The first one was Yama, which is to maintain a good relationship with others. The second one was Niyama, which is maintain a good relationship with ourselves. So just a short review of each practice. Keep in mind, Yama and Niyama are actually a group or a composite of 5 practices each. So I like to compare it with our hands. We have 2 hands, so Yama and Niyama. So each one has 5. Now Yama, we have Ahimsa, which is not to harm anybody, non-harming. We have Satya, which is the benevolent truthfulness or benevolent use of the words. We have Asteya, which is non-stealing or not taking anything from others without their permission. Can be mental, can be physical. And we have Brahmacharya, which is to be established in the idea of oneness, that everything is one universal consciousness. And number 5, aparigraha, to live a simple life, to live in a simple way. So that completes Yama and 5 practices, and we go for Niyama, another 5. Niyama depends only on ourselves. The first one is Shaucha, or cleanliness. It can be physical, mental, internal, external. We went through all these points in previous classes. The second point is Santosh, contentment. It is a practice. The third point is Tapa, sacrifice or to undergo hardships in order to do something good for others or to attain something higher. Swadhyaya, to study spiritual books, spiritual scriptures, and understand. Memorizing just has no value. We have to understand the deeper meaning, the inner meaning. And then number 5 is Ishvara Pranidhan, or meditation, the practice of meditation. So that completes Niyama. So Yama, Niyama, 10 practices. If we work on these 10 practices, the result should be that we will have a good relationship with ourselves and a good relationship with others. Just a reminder that it's a dynamic practice, so nothing is ever perfect, and everything is kind of relative. It depends on place, it depends on person, depends on the situation, time. Therefore, it's always an effort to keep on practicing Yama and Niyama. Okay. Last presentation, previous class, I emphasized one point of Niyama, which was the Ishvara Pranidhan, or meditation, and I explained a simple practice with a mantra in which you will think of the mantra and not allow any other thoughts. Means you occupy your mind with the thought of the mantra in such a way that other thoughts cannot come. And if they come, you just let them come and go. So the concentration is on the mantra. And the universal mantra I have explained, Baba Nam KEVALAM. Baba is the most beloved, universal love, universal consciousness. Nam, the feeling you get, you experience, and KEVALAM only. Therefore, when you are meditating with this mantra, Baba Nam KEVALAM, you are making an effort to feel this universal love, the presence of this most beloved. I also directed those who are interested on a free online meditation course. You go to courses.pathofbliss.com and you choose the free meditation course. It's 7 weeks. It will help you to get more established in the Yama and Niyama and the practice of meditation. And I also, last week, I talked about the point of Yama, which is Brahmacharya or oneness. To keep always in our mind that everything is one, that everything is an expression of the same universal consciousness. And I gave a practical approach using the same mantra, Baba Nam KEVALAM, but before every action. It means that before you do something, you concentrate, close your eyes and think, Baba Nam KEVALAM. Everything is one, everything is universal consciousness. So your action, the person you are going to interact with, the objects you are going to interact with, everything is expression of the same one. So that was it. So the mantra could be used for the meditation in silence and before every action to give the idea of oneness. All right, so that's the review of everything we have done so far. And now we can go ahead and talk about the third step, the third limb of Ashtanga Yoga. And this one is a quite popular one, quite well known, and even many people think that this is the totality of the practice of yoga. These are the physical postures, positions, like exercises of yoga. So this is the third step of Ashtanga Yoga out of 8, and it's called Asana. And what does it mean, this word? You know, I have introduced so far a number of words in Sanskrit. It's a different language. It may be difficult for some people, but I just introduced them one by one. What I suggest, you keep a notebook, write down these words in Sanskrit, and the meaning, what they mean, and in the end you have a small kind of dictionary which will help you to further your yoga studies. Because eventually, when we will go ahead in the practice of yoga, go deeper, Sanskrit will come very handy to understand the various definitions. So asana, a position in which one feels comfortable. It may be a paradox because when we see those positions, we see people practicing, we see photos, we think, oh my God, I will never be able to reach to that position. My body is not made in that way. What I can tell you is that nothing happens automatically. Nothing happens just like that. Everything is a result of practice. As an example, think about physical exercise. Suppose you go to a gym. Okay, you enter the gym, and there are people there who have been going regularly for years. And maybe you are coming for the first time, or you are a beginner. You will see people doing all types of exercises, all types of things. And you think, oh, I'll never be able to do such things. You don't have to first. You went there to work on your own body. So you are going to do exercises according to the capacity of your body. So in the same way here, you may see different people practicing very difficult poses. They put their bodies in difficult positions that you think I'll never be able to do it. But you don't need to do it at that moment. You need to work on your body. You are not doing the asana or the exercise to compare with somebody else. You are doing it for you. It's for your benefit. It's your body, and you are the controller of your body. You know what you can do and the speed that you can force or engage your body. In the asana, we will start. It's good to start under the guidance of a qualified teacher and in your own rhythm. Sometimes to join a big yoga class with so many people and everybody may be already doing for a long time might not be the best initial step. Maybe it's good to start in a beginner's environment where we can feel free to work on our body slowly, gradually. Reminding, the definition is, it's a position in which one feels comfortable. If we can, after gradual practice, reach to the position of that asana, it will give a certain mental and physical composure, and we will feel and we will get some comfortable feeling out of the practice. Now the thing is, regularity in the practice makes miracles. So a daily practice can change our body gradually, slowly, in a very good way. Sometimes people will do like twice a week, lots of asanas, 1.5 hours. That may be not the ideal situation. Maybe it is better to do a few minutes every day at home or in a private environment so that you can have time to work on yourself. Another definition, asana is a kind of exercise by regular practice of which the body stays healthy and hardy and many diseases are cured. This definition was given by my teacher, Sri Sri Anandamurti. Through the regular practice of asana, one can keep one's body healthy and can eliminate many diseases. I don't want to advocate that you will forget your doctor and all that. No. The thing here, you are working regularly on your body and that will improve it. But it doesn't mean that you will get the perfect body, perfect health and everything. Always in life, there are different circumstances, be it by genetically or by the environment or by the actions we have done. Many situations we can get sick. So asana helps, but it doesn't substitute everything. So you still keep your health care and plus go on starting your practice of asana. How it works. We are doing Astaunga yoga. We practice the first two steps, yama, niyama. They are kind of a little bit more in the mental level, you know. And now we are coming to the asana. And it appears to be a physical exercise for our muscles, but it's a little bit more than that. The physical body and the mind are very much related. In the physical body, there are certain organs, or let's say there are glands. These glands in the physical body are very much related to propensities of the mind. I'm using this word propensities here, so let me define it a little bit better. What is a mental propensity? Examples: fear. You know, everybody has fear. It's something mental. It's a mental propensity. Hope. Also, we have hope. It's also a mental propensity. Shyness. Some have more, some have less. It's a little bit in everybody. Depends on the degree of expression. That's also a mental propensity. Indulgence. Like that capacity of addiction, becoming addicted to something, to indulge in something. That's also a mental propensity. And likewise, there are many other mental propensities. We may mention them as we go along. Okay, so just keep in mind now that there are these mental propensities. It's something mental, but it's related to something physical. It's related to what? It's related to how certain glands, endocrine glands, work. An endocrine gland produces hormones. According to that hormone secretion, which may be more, maybe less, it means it can be overactive, it can be underactive. So according to that, it can stimulate a certain mental propensity. So now you see the connection between physical and mental. In the physical, there are these glands in the body. Now, if you open the body, you can see them. So how they work? Due to various chemical reactions, they produce hormones. Now, hormone is something chemical in our body, but it creates a mental effect. It means it may increase our fear or decrease. It may increase our shyness or decrease. It may increase our hope or may decrease it, make us hopeless. So according to the functioning of these glands, at the same time, if I am feeding the thought of shyness, means I'm always feeding this thought in my mind, that can also have an effect on the gland. You know, it can work both ways. The physical can affect the mental, and the mental can affect the physical. And it can create a cycle that one affects the other, and it goes on increasing in that way. So the relationship is very close, mind and body. Mental, let's say, thoughts, propensities, I mean the propensity to have some kind of thoughts, and the functioning of the body. Asana helps with that. So good intentions are not enough. I may have good intentions. I may want to be a person, let's say, of regularity, discipline and good conduct, but I keep on falling off the track, going in another direction. I have good intention, but it's not enough, because maybe some of my glands are not functioning in a way that it helps me. They are functioning in a way that they hamper my desire to achieve something better. They are producing a certain hormone. That hormone is affecting my way of thought. So I have the best intention, but I cannot conclude what I want. What I want to achieve, I don't achieve. What I want to do, I don't really do it. That's related to the functioning of the gland, the hormone secretion. So I need to balance that. How to balance that? Asana is a way. You are putting your body in a certain position for a certain amount of time, a certain minutes, seconds. You are holding that position. When you hold your body in that position, it presses some of the glands, or it stretches some of the glands, so it stimulates the gland, balances the functioning of the gland. It creates a flow in that gland. It starts functioning better. If it functions better, it will produce the hormones in the right quantity, in the right frequency. Therefore, the mind doesn't get so much influenced by the propensities, means the propensities come under control. So sometimes we think, I cannot concentrate, I cannot behave in a certain way, I'm always behaving in a different way than what I really want. Don't think it is our fault. We have the good intention, but maybe the instrument that we have, which is our body, our psychic, spiritual machine, has a little bit defect. It's like you are driving a car and it has some defect. You step on the brakes, but the brakes are not good. So you step on the brakes, but the car doesn't stop. So it's not the problem of the driver. You are stepping on the brakes, but the car is not stopping. It's the problem of the car. So in the same way here, the vehicle is the body, and the body may have some problems, so it is not following what we really want, and it's pushing our mind in a different direction. Asana works very well to change that, to give us the opportunity to control the way our body functions, the way our mind functions. Now, we have seen so many different pictures, probably, of people doing the yoga exercises. Some really, really difficult, some not so difficult, but we saw many, maybe hundreds, maybe more. In fact, there are thousands of different asanas. And these thousands, let's say 50,000 asanas, they put the body in different positions, various positions, and the time and the breathing are different. So they have a different effect on the body. No. How to practice? I cannot practice 50,000. I cannot even practice 1,000. And which one should I practice? My body may be different from your body, which is different from her body, from his body. Our bodies are different. Our mental propensities are also activated in different ways. Maybe I have more shyness and less hope, and that one has more hope and less shyness, and so on. It varies. Therefore, the practice should also vary to accompany that. Of course, there are some asanas which we call a complete asana. A complete asana works on the various glands. Anyone practicing them will come to a point that is balancing the functioning of all the glands. So there are complete asanas. And there are asanas which affect more certain glands, certain propensities as a consequence, or other glands, other propensities as a consequence. So different asana for different people give different effect. As you see, it's not a one size fits all, but it's something very personalized. Of course, if one is giving a yoga class in where like 20 people are attending, one cannot look at each person and give a different asana. Plus, usually those classes people go once a week or twice a week. It's a different moment. But the real practice comes when you do it every day. You do it every day, very regularly, maybe even twice every day, in the morning, in the evening. You're working on your body. For that one, you need a little bit more personalized guidance, somebody to prescribe a certain set of asanas for you based on the difficulties or the improvements that you want to achieve, that you want to make in your body, in your mind. Many of the asanas have names of animals, and they help us to acquire qualities which are associated with those animals. To give an example, the tortoise. The tortoise, it has this capacity to retract its extremities inside the shell. And so it is all external, and then it goes internal. Now, what is the effect of an asana which was called the tortoise? Taking, let's say, example or inspired by observation of the tortoise. So this asana, or the tortoise asana, the effect that it has, it gives us a capacity to withdraw our mind from the external world. So if I practice it regularly, I will be capable, when closing my eyes, to dive within myself and forget what is happening outside me. That's a result of the practice of this asana, the tortoise. And likewise, there are other animals with different capacities, qualities, and there are asanas that were named after those animals, and they kind of mimic the position, the posture of those animals in an attempt to get or to acquire the qualities of that particular animal. So there are many asanas like that. There are other asanas also which have other names not related to animals. Okay. All right. Let's see, going ahead. As we have seen so far now in this presentation, and what I'm emphasizing is that asana is more than just a physical exercise. Of course, you go and practice asanas regularly, your body also will be more toned. But that's not the final goal. You can also get that by doing physical exercises, doing weights, any other exercise. You will get a strong body, toned body. But asana has another specialty because it has that effect on the glands, which affects the mind. It is an essential practice for everyone who meditates. If you meditate, asana is a very important practice. It will help the mind. And even if you don't meditate, but just by doing regular asanas, you will notice a change in your mind. You will notice a change in the way the propensities work within you. Therefore, asana is a very important part of Ashtanga Yoga, is the third step. And it is not that first you do the jama, then you do niyama, then you do asana. No, you are doing them simultaneously. You are doing asanas every day, you are practicing jama every day, you are practicing niyama every day. So these practices go on simultaneously in our life. Okay, it's our time. Good. I'm making an effort to reply to any questions that I see on the screen as I'm speaking. But now is the time for you to think about your questions and start typing them. And I will just add here and emphasize once more, this is from a book called Charya Part 3. It is, the author is Sri Anandamurti, and there he defines asana as, in Sanskrit, Sthira Sukham Asanam. Sukha means kind of happy, comfortable. Sthira, maybe the position, feeling. So asana means a position in which one feels comfortable. That's the definition. And now I just do a summary to close the class, and if there are extra questions I can reply also. What we talked today. First we did a review of Jama and Niyama. I will leave it like that. Then we came to the third step, which is asana. And we saw that asana is a position, a posture, and the specialty of this posture is that it gives you comfort, or it makes you feel comfortable, or the result of the practice makes you feel comfortable. I emphasize that you don't have to start doing the most difficult ones. You start gradually according to your own body. You're not competing with anybody. It's something you are doing for you. If you are doing for you, it is very important how you feel doing the asana. You are not supposed to force too much. If you cannot reach a position today, you practice, try, but you don't have to force yourself into the position. If you are getting pain, don't force. Don't do that position. Work on it gradually. The body starts changing gradually, starts becoming more flexible, stronger. The muscles start developing. The length, many times our muscles are short, so we need to make it more flexible, lengthen it, by stretching, compressing, stretching, compressing. But the body changes slowly. Don't overdo. That's like the caution part. Do regularly, do every day, even a little bit, even 15 minutes in the morning, 15 in the evening. But you are doing every day a little bit. helps a lot. Sometimes helps more than doing a long time, only a few times a week. And the last point to emphasize it is that it's an essential practice for those who meditate or those who practice Ashtanga Yoga. I will talk more about asanas. There will be more classes about asanas. I will show a little bit some basic ones and keep coming to the class. And I don't see any questions here that I haven't answered. There are some of the questions, they will get answered in the following classes. It will be part of the following classes. Just be patient and we'll cover it. Okay, and I think that's it for now. Thank you. You can go to our website, pathofbliss.com. There is a part for courses. There are a few courses there, some resources, and we'll be posting more in the future. Thank you very much. Namaskar. And you get the recording also.